Hello all, this is Wayne Chambers with 36 Chambers Financial. Good to see y'all coming back for the week. What we want to do, we want to head and jump right into it. First of all, I want to start off. If you like this program, I want you to follow me. I want you to subscribe to me on YouTube. I want you to follow me on Facebook. That way you always stay in touch with what's going on out there, and I'm always out here giving you that good information. I wanted to touch on taxes a little bit for today. I know we talked about it last time, but I want to go into a reminder of the fact that this is tax filing season. This is not tax refund season. This is tax filing season, which means you file your taxes and you go about your business. If you are looking for a refund, if you are expecting a refund, then that's not the way to go. That's not how it should be going. So if this is something that you are expecting, if this is something that you have to have, that's wrong. I was reading an article online. Forgot who wrote it. It was just a passing article that I happened to come upon, talking about how people spend their tax refunds that they get. What caught me a little bit was the fact that the dependency on the tax refund. Listen to what I'm telling you. Depending on getting that tax refund. And I thought about that, and it was such a high percentage, and we're talking about of people filing. You're talking about up to 40% of people are depending on getting that tax refund to pay down bills or whatever. If they were getting that money during the year, they would not have to depend on getting the tax refund. And if you can't do that because you don't know how to save or you don't know how to spend your money properly, then that becomes a problem, because now you need to come talk to a person like myself so that you understand how to spend that money properly, or how to get that money in your pocket and get that money working for you. The problem being that with the dependency on a tax refund is what happens when it's late. What happens if something comes up and you don't get it? You're screwed. You are literally screwed. So the dependency on getting a tax refund is not something that you want to do. And it's a backwards way of thinking. It's one that society has pushed on us over the years for people who do get tax refunds. And they've done that so that your money, which you could have been using to get yourself out of debt, pay back your student loans, things like that during the year, now they want you to come out and buy a new car, buy some furniture that you probably don't need, buy some gadgets that you probably don't need, and a whole bunch of other, junk that you don't need. So it is in their best interest, the big business, it is in their best interest for you to get that nice big check and come out and spend that money. Here's the thing, and I have nothing against big business. I love big business. I love small business. I love them all. Everybody has their place, and everybody has to compete with each other, and there's nothing wrong. You want to grow your business. You want to go from small to big, even if it's just financially. You want to make that money, and you want to be considered big business so that you can get big bucks, there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm doing is I'm saying that the thinking over the years has been a slow and subtle brainwashing, for lack of a better word, of what the way that people think and the way that they do things. The problem being, now that they've got them there, it's people like myself who are fighting to get you back out, because the way of thinking is beneficial not to yourself but to big business, to business in general. It's not even big business. You're getting the check back, you're going to spend it at a small car lot, you go to spend it at a big car lot. It's not big business, it's just business in general. Big business has fed that to you, but it's business in general that has propagated that way of thinking. When you walk out, all you see is, refund sale this, and we'll do your tax refunds right here. We'll get you in a car right after we do them. We'll do your tax refund. Blase, blase. You hear it. It's there. It's the way they think. So the problem becomes, because they're pushing that on you, you start to think that way too. That's wrong. We don't want you to think that way. We want you to think in a way that helps develop your future, helps develop your present, so that you can live comfortably in the here and now. That's how we want you to think. That's how we want you to act. So when it comes to these taxes, we want you to, first of all, not be getting a refund. As weird as that sounds, once again, they've brainwashed you into thinking a certain way, and we want you to stop thinking that way. We want you to be better prepared and have better knowledge. For example, most of these tax services out here, you got H&R Block, you got different tax preparation places. I say H&R Block because they're one of the prominent commercials that you see every 5 or 6 minutes. So you've got them, they charge you for simple preparation. It's free, people. A simple tax preparation can be done for free. Let's see what we got going on here. Looks like we got some things going on to slow down my broadcast. All right, I want to talk briefly about let's get into this week in finance. Man, some stocks. Since the election came out, you had a whole lot of stuff on the plate. You had a whole lot of bills that were voted on, and one of those bills in several states was the legalization of marijuana. Therefore, you have close to half the states in the union have legalized marijuana. Just think about that for a second. If marijuana is going to be legal, people that produce marijuana, distribute marijuana, and make products from marijuana are going to start having stocks. They're having stocks that are going to start off small because they're small companies. They grow up into big companies, people. They grow up into big money. This is money that you can be putting in your pocket. Now you got to do your own research. I'm not going to tell you which ones to get, but there are a lot of basically weed stocks. I'm gonna just call them weed stocks that are out there that you can make money off of. Now, has Wayne invested in some weed stocks? Yes, Wayne has invested in some weed stocks. Has Wayne seen his weed stocks go up? Yes, Wayne has seen his weed stocks go up. I never thought I would see the day, being young, being out there, doing, you know what I'm saying, things we not gonna talk about. But seeing Joey's go to jail for misdemeanor over some weed, some marijuana, smoking blunts, whatever you want to call it. Now you get stock in this, and you can make money off this legitimately. This is the opening. This is your opening, people. This is the opening for a lot of people, because this is a new avenue, brand new avenue that is opening up. It is an uncertain field, but it's something that's used regularly. It's time. Rarely do you get to jump in on something that's at the ground floor like this. Rarely do you get to jump in on something that is still in the infancy of its competitiveness. So these stocks will eventually start competing with each other, and they're going to get more and more and more. For those who jumped in on the ground floor, floor zero, not even talking about the first floor because they ain't even got there yet, because the feds haven't approved or made the sale of marijuana legal. The feds haven't done it. The states are doing it, and the feds can still override that if they catch you, if a federal agent caught you smoking. But the thing about that is, they don't have the personnel to enforce that. If the state's not going to enforce it because it's legal in that particular state, there's not a whole lot they can do. Basically, what has happened is the states have said, "Fuck you," to the feds. Excuse my language, but that's basically what happened. When you have a state law that is the direct opposite of a federal law, that is the state basically saying fuck you to the feds. Federal law always trumps state law, but it's the enforcement of a particular law that makes it whatever way. So you had the states legalizing weed, so they basically said they're not enforcing federal law. The feds have basically said they're not gonna, it's gonna stay there, but they're not gonna enforce it. That's like a loophole for them. If Tom, Dick, or Harry gets caught up in a murder and he had marijuana in his system, it's illegal. The feds say it's illegal. Blah blah blah. So it's their catch-22. But these weed stocks, man. These weed stocks is a they're gonna be a beast. They're gonna be good. it's gonna be a way to make some easy money right now. You know, it's all the way from penny stocks up to $10 stocks, and if you really get into some real deep companies, of course, they can go up to hundreds of dollars. Right now, the best bet is to get in on some of these younger companies that have great vision. So if you read about them, because they're gonna tell you if they put in their stocks and they trying to get your money so they can better their company, they're gonna tell you what they're about. Read it, research it, research the market, research the state it's in, their distribution, what they selling, how they selling it, where they getting it from, and make this money. This ain't even hard. This is not even hard. You take 5 minutes of your day, invest in a stock. I mean, if I go to the hood, everybody smoking weed. You know, everybody rolling up. If I go to, man, you go to some high-end parties and them dudes are still smoking. I worked at a club for several years, and it was not a weekend that went by that you did not smell some marijuana, some weed. So that was not even what you would call a black club that I was working at, and you still smelling weed. So you're not gonna tell me that everybody not smoking it, or you're not gonna tell me the diversity of the people who's smoking it is all across the map. Why not make some money off that? It's real simple. It's a real simple thing. Why not make some money off that? Come on, people. It's not even hard money. So make some money off your weed stocks. That's my thing for the week, because I'm really surprised at how some of my personal weed stocks are going, because I turned around and I was like, yo, whoa, where they jumping up like that for? All these laws are coming into effect. So now they distributing in extra states. It's money out here, people. You can make this money legitimately. It's real easy. All right. That's my week in finance right there. That's a little hint for you. You know, I'm gonna mark that off my sheet right here because I talked about it. What I want to talk about next is slightly political, and you know, I was hesitant about getting into something like this, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. This damn wall that our current president is proposing, and then he's proposing to increase the tariff on Mexican goods to 20%. Most people look at it as if you don't care, because you really don't understand what a tariff is. A tariff is basically, get real layman here, a tariff is basically extra money that the government charges for an imported or exported good. Yes, it can be either. So what happens is, say they put a tariff on imports from Germany, specifically BMW. No, that's Mercedes. Sorry. So Mercedes comes in. Damn, is that BMW? Anyway, the car comes in. What would have cost you, depending on the percentage they put on there, what would have cost you $20,000 now cost you $30,000. Here's where something like that backfires. Americans are known for wanting to be or wanting to have the creme de la creme. That means they spend extra money to get things that they don't think the Joneses have. So the tariff ain't going to affect what's going on, and that extra money goes to the government. You don't know what they're spending that on. You don't know where they're putting that money. So if you don't know where they're putting it, they can tell you anything. They put that money on a bridge to nowhere and look, and then turn around. Who pays for the wall? Every taxpayer does. If half the country does not agree with the wall, and half the country does, guess who's going to pay for it? 100% of the country is going to pay for it. So the half that are wanting the wall aren't going to be the only ones that are paying for it. The half that doesn't want the wall will be paying for it as well. So it's deep, and I'm not pushing any political side for the wall or against the wall. All I want to explain is the current way that they say this wall is going to be paid for is bullshit. Plain and simple. Excuse me. You end up paying for that wall as a taxpayer anyway. So when you don't get your tax refund, you know it's going to pay for some bullshit. So I'm doing a quick recap. I'm talking about the taxes. Let's talk about the taxes. Let's recap everything. It's tax filing season, not tax refund season. Get your taxes right. You shouldn't be paying the government. They shouldn't be paying you. Don't give them your money through a year. If you wanted to break down, watch my previous episode, and I was talking about basically how that goes with the taxes and you giving them free money every year. Because in the end, they gonna come for their money. They can care less about paying you yours. Weed stocks. It's some easy money, people. It's easy money. It's money that's out there. Take a little time. I know you got time. Everybody has time. I see you on your phones. I see you walking in the walls. Ladies tripping in the fountains. It's craziness. Take a little time. Read up on some of these weed stocks. Get in there and invest a little bit. Take $50. That $50 may make you a millionaire. That quick. Take that, man. Do something with it. And lastly, on our brief political note, talking about tariffs, that money goes to the government. You don't know how the government is going to spend your money. We don't know how the government spends our money on a day-to-day basis. So, with that money going to the government, you know that your money, for sure, will be paying for whatever the government decides they want to spend their money on. If they want to spend their money on a $4 million plane with $8 million pieces that still ends up being $20 million per plane, they gonna do it. That money has been spent. So watch that way of thinking when you're talking about these tariffs and how something is going to get paid, because a person who doesn't understand the system is not going to tell you how the system works. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed today's information. Once again, I would hope you all, if you like what I'm saying, I would hope you all follow me, continue to like what I'm saying. Hope you all subscribe. Check me out on Facebook. I have under 36 Chambers Financial. I got some nice posts I put up there, just quick things. Every now and then, I talk about a hot stock. If I put the stock on there, it's money. Period. I enjoyed this time with you. If anything, give me a call. Check out the page. Check out the website. Real simple website. It's nothing extravagant. As you see, my setup is real simple. I ain't got no flash. I ain't got naked women jumping out the ceiling. All I'm here to do is give you this information. All I'm here to do is educate you on some things, and I'm breaking them down in layman's terms so that you understand it. That's what I'm doing here, people. Take these words, take them how you want them, take them, twist them, whatever, but I want them to help you. And if you got any questions, hit me off on the email, wchambers@36 Chambers Financial. Hit me off on the email. I'll answer your questions right here. You know, you can come on live and do the live chat while I'm online. Do live chat. I'll be looking for you. If you got any questions, come on at me. Hit me up. Once again, this is Wayne Chambers, 36 Chambers Financial. I hope to see you all next week.